Hi, this is Paul at PATools, and in this video we're going to be looking at Advanced Replace, which is part of the PATools Excel Toolbox. We're all familiar with Excel's own search and replace, find and replace, which looks like this, and there's some options down here. We have created our own version which works very similarly but has some slight differences. So if we start looking at this workbook that I've got here, we'll look at the first three worksheets. The first three are identical, except for region 3 there is missing in sheet 2 and is there in sheet 3. So we can be on here, we can select those and we can do advanced replace, and we can search for Paul and replace with Peter. And we can say we'll do it in just sheet 1 and sheet 3. So we hold down the Control key to select individual ones on here, or hold down the Shift key to select to and from. So we'll do sheet 1 and sheet 3, holding down the Control key, and it's going to be searching just in that range on each of those. So let's do replace all, and it's done it, and it gives us a little summary here, date and time. We were searching for Paul, replacing with Peter, and it looked in this workbook on that worksheet in this range and found one and replaced one, and the same on sheet 3. So overall found 2, replaced 2. And it shows here as well in the summary of what's been running, and you can right click to copy all of that to the clipboard. You can also look at your last summary again by clicking there, and let's just go and see. So Paul has been replaced with Peter there. Paul has not been replaced on sheet 2. If I can click on the right cell, and Paul has been replaced with Peter on sheet 3. So our tool also works slightly differently to the main one. So if we look at this here, is this a question? And we do Control F. So we're using the normal search and replace, and we're going to search for a question mark and replace it with an asterisk. If I do replace, it doesn't give us what we expected. Is this a question? Has been replaced all with asterisks, and that's because it treats asterisk as a wildcard, and it treats question mark as a wildcard as well. Now there is a way around that. If you come back in here and do tilde question mark and replace that with an asterisk and do replace, it has done it for us as we expected. But that requires you to remember to use that tilde character. Whereas if you use our software, and I'm going to select both of these, advanced replace, we can click on this star and this now changes, and you can now select these special characters like question mark without having to remember how to key it in properly. So if I'm going to replace that with an asterisk, and I'll do replace all, and you can see it's done 2 of them on there and done them just like that. So that makes that a little bit easier. It also works if we look at sheet 5. Sometimes when you create data or you import data from other systems, you end up having these multi-line characters in there, and you can put them in yourself. If I do Paul, hold down Alt and press enter, and do Peter, hold down Alt and press enter, and do John, like that, and that's put 3 in there. These characters in between here are actually called line feeds in Excel, and our software, surprise surprise, enables you to search for those as well. So if we go and search for a line feed character, and I'm just going to actually do these 2 here, advanced replace, find a line feed character and replace it with a comma and do replace all, and there's the results. It's done it, and we come out, and that is now apple comma comma pear, and that is banana comma peach, because this one, that one, if you recall, we'd taken out one of the extra lines. So that enables you to search and replace for those. You will find sometimes when you import data from other systems that it doesn't necessarily have line feeds. It may have form feeds, carriage returns, or a new line character, which is a combination of a carriage return and line feed. And it's very often just trial and error to find out which of these you need to use. Always back up your data, save it first, and so on. So our system works in conjunction with Excel's, so when you come in here and you can see the things that we've been searching for in our software and what we've been searching for and finding, replacing in Excel software appears in ours as well. So that's working in the current workbook. Obviously you've got the same options as you have with Excel, looking formulas, values, comments, by rows, by columns and so on. Match case. We can also look in open workbooks, and we've got here, if I come back to sheet 1, we've put region 3 in there. Region 3 is missing from sheet 2, region 3 is there in sheet 3, and we've also got open another workbook that we've used elsewhere, a demo workbook for sales, which has got a whole load of tabs here with region 3 there, region 3 listed there, region 3 listed there, region 3 on here, nothing on there, and nothing on there to do with region 3. So if we go back, so we can search. Now if we only have one cell selected, the software searches the whole sheet. If we have a range selected, it only searches that range. So we're going to do one cell, we're going to find region space 3 in all open workbooks. So we'll select all, and let's just do find all, and it'll tell us how it's found them. So obviously it's replaced none because we're doing a find only, but in the demo workbook it found 1 on sheet 1, nothing on sheet 2, found 1 on sheet 3, nothing on sheet 4 and 5. So in the demo workbook it found 2, and then in the other one, demos, the sales one, it found 1 on the sales tab, found 1 on the subtotal, found 1 on there, found 11 on the full sales, found nothing on file manager, nothing on total editor. So it found 14. So overall we found 16, we replaced none. So that's the result of searching in all open workbooks, and obviously if you've got multiple open workbooks you can just select which ones you want. Finally you can search in closed workbooks, so we can go and add workbooks here, and we can search, say, in those 4. Again, you hold down the control key to select individual ones, or hold down shift key and everything in between where you click will be selected. So I'm just going to select these 4, and I can select all, or I can just select individual ones, whatever I want, like this. If I've done that in a mistake I can remove that one. So I'm going to search in all these 3, select all, and I'm going to search for region 3. I don't think is in them, but let's just search for the word order because I know that's in them, and do a find all, and it flickers away as it opens and shuts each one, and there we go. In that file there, sheet 1 A2 to F65 is the used range. It found 1, the same on that one, same on that one, and I happen to know those are all exactly the same files. They're copies of each other, so I would expect the same results for each one. But that searched in those, and obviously you could do a replace as well if you wanted. If you're going to be working with this quite a lot, you can save that as a list and call it pull list 1, like that, and I can remove selected, and then if I go and open the list I can go and open pull list 1, and there they all are. So you can also open and save multiple lists of these if you're going to be using them regularly or want to go and do something else and come back. That's about it. Screen off deactivates a screen so that the thing runs faster, which when you're doing small searches and replaces like now makes no difference at all, but if you're doing large ones it can be faster. And we saw earlier how you can view your last summary here, but if you want to see previous ones you right click on there and it opens up the folder which is basically the path where your PATools Excel Toolbox is installed, plus a subfolder called AF, and these are the past results, and if you search them by the date modified or by the name, because it's a date and an hour stamp, you can search back, and the software retains 90 days, your last 90 days of running this software, so it doesn't get too inflated. That's it. Thank you for watching. We hope you find it useful.